Hello there, and then welcome to a brand new lesson. This is how Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. In this lesson, we are looking at how to construct an inscribed and circumscribed circle of a square. Without much ado, let's quickly look into it. Now, before we look into it, let's look at the terms we need to know. First of all, we are talking of inscribed circle. So for inscribed circle, a circle that touches all four sides of the polygon at their midpoint. You see, so you see, if we take this blue circle we have over here, it touches AB at the midpoint of AB. You see, and it touches ABC also at the midpoint. It touches DC also at the midpoint, and then same applies here. So indirectly, we are saying it to touch all the lines exactly at their middle. That is the inscribed circle. It is inside. Now, the center of the inscribed circle is what we call the in center. It is called the in center. On the other hand, if you look at the circumscribed circle is or also known as the circumcircle, is a circle that passes through all the four vertices. So if you take these vertices, so this is a vertex, this is also a vertex, this is also a vertex, and then this is also a vertex. The circle touches all these four vertices, you see, and its center is what we call the circumcenter. The circumcenter. So the center of the circumscribed circle is the circumcenter. The circle itself can be called circumcircle, but for an inscribed circle, the center is an incenter, and then the circle is called incircle. Let's look at how we can construct these. Now, in our previous lesson, we went through how to construct a square, so we wouldn't spend much time on that, and then we'll do it very fast. So I said first of all that you need your straight line. In this case, I'm just going to draw a straight line whose length will be 6 centimeters, but I would then take out just my 5 centimeters. Okay, so I would measure out the 5, which is from here, the 0 to the 5. You see, and if I'm to take off my ruler, you see what I have over here. I'm going to let all be white, bring it to the middle, and then I'm going to label this point as an A and this point as a B, whose length is what? 5 centimeters. Now with this done, we also said that you would now have to construct a 90-degree angle at A. You see, so let's construct our 90-degree at A. And how do we do that? You put your compass pin at A. You see, then you would open it appreciably and draw a semicircle. So this is going to be my semicircle. And then we move the compass pin. That is where you have the pin, the middle. You put it at the end of the semicircle. You open it appreciably and then draw an arc. So this is going to be my arc. And I need another arc also at the other end of my compass of the semicircle. So we have that here. Then all you need to do is to draw your straight line through the point of intersection. So I'm going to draw my straight line through point A, and then it should pass through my point of intersection, as you see over here. Now I need the exact measurement of AB on this perpendicular I've drawn. So all you need to do now is to take your compass and then open it appreciably, you see, to touch what? The point B. You see, then with the same opening, you draw an arc to touch this perpendicular line you have drawn over here. Now with the same opening, you don't close. You come and stand also at that point, and then what do? You draw an arc here. Once again, with the same opening, you don't close. You come and stand at point B. and also draw another arc to touch this point you have over here. So with all these points, you now join them together. So I'm joining this to this here, and also I'm joining what? B to the point I have over here. So now that we have a 5 centimeter square nicely drawn, I'm just cleaning the excess lines that I don't need. We now go straight to what? The circumscribe and the inscribe. Now, since I already want to construct all this again, all I'm going to do is to copy and then get 2 of them. So one for our circumscribe and then one for our inscribe. Now, to get the in center or the circumcenter, they are all actually pointing to the same point. Okay. So what you need to do is you bisect 2 of the lines. What do? We bisect 2 of the lines. So if this point was a C, and then I have my D over here, what I mean we should bisect the line is we'll divide 2 of the lines into 2. So AB and then BC. Let's choose to do that. Now, how do we bisect? First of all, you stand at A and then open your compass appreciably to more than half of the entire line. You see, and then you draw an arc. So you draw an arc below, and then you draw one also above. Now with the same opening, you stand at what? B. Then you draw another arc to touch the previous arc you have drawn. You can use that same opportunity to do that for B and C as well. So I'm drawing another arc here and another arc here. And then with the same opening, I stand at what? C. And what do? I draw another arc here as well. Now that you have all these arcs, what you want to do is you want to draw a straight line through the arcs. And it should be such that they touch somewhere around here. So you take your ruler and you draw a straight line through these 2 arcs. So I'll draw my straight line, see, such that it passes through the 2 points. And then you also do the same for this as well. So you take your ruler and position it vertically, and then you draw your straight line. You see, so with our straight line drawn, our most important point we need is this over here. Okay, this point. So with this point to draw, and actually it's the same point we'll be using for the circumcircle. So as I said earlier on, for us not to construct it over and over again, I'm just going to copy this and put it here, since we'll be needing the same thing. So with that done, I'll take my compass, and with the pin in the middle where these 2 lines intersected, we would open our compass appreciably such that it touches the lines, just as you can see. Then all we need to do is to draw the circle. You see, so you draw your circle as I do. So I'm just taking it, and you can see that the circle has been drawn. You see, and this is what we call the inscribed circle. What did we do? We constructed as square and then bisected 2 lines. So we bisected BC and then AB. You see, and then with the point of their intersection, we just draw a circle. Now, it is the same for the circumscribe. So with our compass pin at the same point, this time around you open so that it touches the vertices. You see, so your compass pencil should touch any of the vertices as you have seen mine touch. Then all you need to do is to draw your circle. See, you draw your circle. If I'm to take my compass, you can see the circle drawn. So basically, this is how we construct what? The inscribed and the circumscribed. The same procedure, the same point in the middle of the square, but the only thing is one touches the lines and then the other touches the vertices. This is how beyond numbers where we learn maths the easy way. If you think this video or this channel will be of help to you, you can always choose to subscribe so that anytime I release a video, you'll be notified as well. See you in our next lesson, and bye for now.